Hi guys, thanks for visiting my channel. Today we are going to be making something really delicious for fall. We are going to be making homemade boiled cider, aka apple molasses. It is so delicious. Now if you've spent any time on the King Arthur Flour website, you know that it's a big deal on their website and they use it in all kinds of different ways. But if you're not familiar with boiled cider, it is a concentrated version of apple cider. We're basically going to take apple cider and we're going to boil it down to about 1/7 to 1/8 of its original volume, and that's going to give us a really delicious concentrated sweet tart apple syrup that you can use in a million different ways. I wrote down a few ways to use it. You can use it in baked goods, obviously. You can drizzle it over ice cream. You can drizzle it over pancakes or waffles. You can use it to baste meat like roast pork chops, chicken. Really delicious that way. You can stir it into hot tea. You can make an apple cider soda, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then you can also reconstitute it from that form with some hot water. Put a tablespoon of it in a mug, add some hot water, and then you have hot apple cider anytime you need it. And you can use it to jazz up baked beans or barbecue sauce. And I'm sure you can come up with a million different ways to use it yourself, but it's really delicious. I experienced it myself for the first time last year to try to decide what all the hoopla was about, and I'm really glad I did. It's really delicious, really versatile. It keeps a long time in the fridge. Some people claim that it will last forever, but I would say definitely a year is a safe bet if it lasts that long. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make some delicious boiled cider. Now, the one thing that you are going to need, and this is going to be, this part's important. You want an apple cider that is preservative free and unpasteurized if you can find it. So my Amish friend brought me some apple cider to our local farmers market, and they just pressed this just a few days ago. So I'm really excited to use this. So you're probably not going to be able to find it at your grocery store. He shared with me that the only people who can sell unpasteurized, basically raw apple cider, are farmers markets and orchards. So you're going to have to make a visit to your local orchard or your farmers market and pick up some fresh pressed apple cider. So good. So all we're going to do is you need a non-reactive Dutch oven of some sort, stainless steel, or I'm going to use my enamel coated cast iron. And all you got to do is pour in a gallon of your fresh apple cider. And you really want to try to do a whole gallon, because it's going to reduce down, it's going to reduce down to 2 cups, approximately 2 cups per gallon. So to make it worth your time, you really want to start with a gallon or so of apple cider. So then we're going to just turn it up. I'm going to turn it up to high until it starts to boil, and then once it starts to boil, I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. Now, one of the ways that you can gauge how much it's reduced is you can use a chopstick, or this is a skewer, and we're going to mark where it's at on the skewer, and we're going to watch it reduce. So we're going to stir it twice every hour, and then this is going to take 5 to 6 hours. So once we get to the 5th hour, we're going to stir it about every 15 minutes. We don't want it to burn, and you don't want to take it too far. If you take it too far, it's too thick to pour, and it doesn't have the right flavor profile that we're looking for. So we don't want to take it too far. The other way that you can gauge if it's ready is when you stir it, it should bubble caramel colored bubbles at the top. So we're gonna get it boiling, and then once we start boiling, I'm gonna turn it down to a simmer, and we're gonna let it go until we have a delicious syrup. Okay guys, it's been about 15 minutes. My cider has come up to a really nice boil. We're gonna turn our heat down just enough to keep it at a nice steady simmer. And I'm gonna give it a stir. I wanna stir it twice per hour. Okay guys, we're a little over an hour in boiling our cider, and as you can tell, some foam has gathered around the top, and what I like to do is just kind of skim that off like that, and just kind of get rid of that. We're going to strain the final product anyway, so you could skip this if you want to, but it's nice to do it as you go along. But you can tell it is boiling down fairly quickly. It's only been an hour and we're down almost an inch already. So I'm going to give it a stir and we're going to keep simmering, and I will bring you back. Okay guys, we are at the point where we want to start watching this very closely, and mine has condensed quicker than I was anticipating. Usually it takes 5 to 6 hours for it to, about 5 hours, 4.5 to 5 hours to get to this stage, and then another 45 minutes to an hour to finish. We're looking for about 2 cups once it's done, but you can tell by the bubbles. You want to look for the bubbles. Right now they're a light caramel color, and we want them to be like an amber caramel color, and once they reach there, it's done. You do not want it to go too far. If you take it too far, then it's not going to be the right flavor profile that we're looking for, and it'll be too thick to be pourable. So at this point, we want to stir it every 10 to 15 minutes and really keep an eye on it. And as soon as those bubbles are an amber caramel color, that's when we want to stop the cooking process, because it will thicken up as it stands. It should be about the consistency of warm honey when it's done. And then, like I said, as it cools, it will thicken up. So we'll keep going, and I will keep an eye on it, and we'll bring you back. Okay guys, once you see those beautiful coppery colored bubbles pretty much covering the entire surface of your boiled cider, that's an indication that it's pretty well done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn my heat off. I'm going to let it cool for just a few minutes, and then we're going to strain it off. And another way to tell when it's done is if you set some aside, a spoonful of it on a plate, and if you let it cool a few minutes, when you run your finger through it, if it starts to hold its shape like that, you can see it, that's an indication that it's pretty well done. And boy, is it good. So we're going to get ready to strain it. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to strain mine. Now you can skip this step, you don't have to do it, but it'll get rid of any impurities that there are in the cider. And I've just got a 1 layer of cheesecloth across a strainer, and it's sitting on top of the jar I'm going to strain it into. And I'm just going to carefully pour it in. Okay guys, how easy was that? The hardest part is waiting and watching for it and keeping an eye, especially at the end. Now I will say all of the recipes that I consulted online, they all say to boil it for 5 to 6 hours. Every time I've made it, it has never taken that long. It only took this batch about 3.5 hours to be completely done. So I would say let it go for 2 hours and then start watching it. I don't know if it depends on the type of apple that they make the cider out of. I'm not sure what the difference is, but mine has never taken that long to boil down to the right consistency. So I have another batch going as we speak because I enjoy it so much. But anyway, I decanted it into one of these really nifty little bottles here, and it should be a pourable consistency is what you're looking for. And like I said, I named a million ways to use it at the beginning of my video, but there's so many great ways to use it, and it's such a delicious fall flavor. And one of my favorite ways, I told you I was going to share this with you, one of my favorite ways to enjoy it is to make a apple cider soda. So I just take a glass with ice in it and pour about a tablespoon or so of the syrup in it. And then you can use seltzer water, you can use club soda. I love LaCroix, and this is apple cranberry, so good. And I just pour that on top. I forgot my spoon. And give it a stir. And you have a delicious apple cider soda. So good. Great for this time of year when it's not quite cool enough yet. We're having a warm day here in Ohio, so this is the perfect way to enjoy your boiled cider until it cools off a little bit. But you just use it so many ways. It's so delicious for fall, and I'm going to be using it in several recipes that I'm going to be sharing with you coming up. So get to your local farmer's market or to your local orchard, grab you some fresh pressed, unpasteurized, no preservative apple cider, and boil it down to this delicious syrup. And join me for the next recipes that I'm going to be sharing. I'll probably have something in between, but throughout the fall season we'll be using this in different recipes. So I hope you'll give it a try. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me today. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber, and I just want to say welcome to all of you who are new. And I'm really thankful that you stopped by. So have a great day, and I will see you next time.